Hey, what's up, productivity junkies? Darren Persinger here. Let's talk about something that I hear a lot. People complaining about how much professional athletes and entertainers and those movie stars and musicians make. They make too much money. They shouldn't be making that much money. I get it, but don't hate the player, hate the game. Let's talk about 3 reasons why professional athletes and entertainers make more money than you. Okay? Reason number 1, they work nights and weekends. Think about it. We sit down on Sundays to watch football. Monday night football takes place. A lot of baseball games might take place during the day, but a lot more take place at night. Even NASCAR, they race on the weekends. Golfers, they're golfing on the weekend. They're putting in that time when we are going to go pay to see that stuff happen. So you need to look at what you do in your business and your profession. Are you putting in time? Are you clocking in at 8 and then clocking out at 5? Or are you putting in the time when your audience might want to work with you and see what it is that you do? Professional athletes and entertainers, they're working nights and weekends because that's when we're willing to pay to see that happen. Look at what you're doing in your profession and your business. Reason number 2, professional athletes and entertainers make more money than you. They have a special skill set, a niche that very few people in the world can do. So, one of the ways that I look at it is I used to be an athlete. These boards behind me represent what I did many, many, many years ago. And whether I look it or not, I'm a fairly athletic guy. And so when I watch professional sports, I'm like, in my head, you know what, I could do that. And in my head, I do believe I could do 90% of what it is that they do. But professional athletes don't get paid for the 90% that they do. They get paid for the 10% that no one else can do. Hitting the 98-mile-an-hour fastball or the 85-mile-an-hour slider. That's where the professional athletes really make the money. And the same with entertaining. Whether they're able to play an instrument in a certain way or write songs in a certain way or perform and acting or whatever it is that they do. They don't get paid for what everyone else can do. They get paid for a specific skill set, a niche. So you need to look at your business and your profession and go, what can I do that very few people in the world can do so that you can raise your income to the next level? The third thing is professional athletes and entertainers practice. They practice a lot. They practice more than they actually perform. Whether it's an athlete, they spend much more time practicing than they do playing the game. And if it's an entertainer, they spend much more time practicing their instrument, their lines, their songs, than they actually do performing for an audience. So you need to look at your business and go, how much time do I spend practicing what it is that I do versus actually just doing it and showing up and hoping it goes well? There's something I remember hearing once, I absolutely love, and it's so true. Professionals practice, amateurs don't. An example I think of a lot and I share with people and when I'm speaking and training is professionals practice, amateurs don't. I'm an amateur golfer. When I show up to play golf, I do a little bit of stretching, take a few swings, and I'm off and playing and I'm drinking cocktails while I play golf. Phil Mickelson shows up to play some golf. He's taking that very seriously. He's hitting some golf balls before he goes and plays his round. He takes it very seriously. I'm sure he's not drinking cocktails all the time on the golf course. And then depending upon how his round goes, I bet he goes and hits some practice shots to work out the kinks and work on how to get himself better based upon what he did in his round. See, professionals practice, amateurs don't, and that's why they're making more money than you. So again, the 3 reasons why professional entertainers, and athletes make more money is they practice. They spend much more time practicing than they actually do what it is that they do. Look at how much time you're spending practicing your profession. The number 2 thing is they have a special skill set. They have a niche that they can perform in that very few people can. What's that for you? And the third thing, that last thing, is they're willing to work nights and weekends because that's when the audience will show up and pay the big dollars to see that happen. When are you going to be available for your audience?